Hey you guys, and welcome to this video. This video is going to be a little bit more of a simpler video of kind of showing everyone the best places and my recommendations on where to go, how to actually get a console itself, how to get a PlayStation, some of the Xbox talk, and all of that. So this video is more so for not of the seasoned veterans when it comes to the PlayStation. So if any of you guys are on top of everything or super on top of Twitter and such, probably not the video for you, but if you guys want to give recommendations or comments down below, you guys can as well. And this is more so maybe for like the parents, people trying to get things for their kids, maybe someone who's brand new to my videos or just trying to like Google basically how to get the console and stuff. So this will be a little more on the laid back stuff. I made a video like this before, but funny enough, like 91% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So this may just be more for, for like the parents, the grandmas, the aunts that are trying to do something wholesome, or someone who's may not just on Twitter 24/7. So just giving you guys the beware. So I do want to say, as the per usual, the best probably way for me to go and tell you guys how to get a PlayStation, go and subscribe right now, because I'm giving away a PlayStation for all my subscribers, and turn on the post notifications on too, because I could try to give you guys the best news we guys can for all the PlayStation restocking on the channel. So I'm telling you guys for that. And for my usual sellout too, of course, if you guys want to go and ever check on Amazon, I always highly recommend Amazon. That's linked down below. On top of that, if you guys want to sign up for a stock trading app, you guys deposit $100 on Webull. It's always linked down below in my comment, and then you go and get like $30 for free stocks whenever you're all approved and all set up for that. So I recommend it. It kind of helps out for either buying games or Christmas presents. Hit it out for that. Same, I also have my Twitch link as well as my Twitter link down below if you guys want to follow that for all that stuff as well. So then you guys all know. So let's actually get into the video itself now. So as I just mentioned, I always do pretty much recommend Amazon. Number one, it's mainly because they do baby restocks all the time. They sometimes, when they do have big restocks in general, they're usually up for at least around 20-25 minutes. If you're lucky, sometimes a bit lower if the links get out really quick. I know that kind of maybe seems daunting for someone who's maybe new to all this stuff, but trust me, you'll get into it, especially if you want to try to get a console ASAP. And they will also sometimes do whenever there's cancellations and stuff like that. They will basically have little baby micro restocks, and now we're noticing a lot more in the Amazon warehouses are selling consoles, and those are consoles directly from Amazon at the actual Amazon warehouse, so it does have the Amazon return policy as well tied to it. On top of that too, they're usually a lot cheaper compared to scalper price as well. Probably the number two best recommendation is usually the PS Direct. Basically, if you guys don't know what the PS Direct is, if you guys are brand new to trying to find these consoles and such, is basically it's from Sony itself. Sony itself as a company is basically on the actual PlayStation Store website. They put you in a randomized queue to try to go and get the consoles, and they have the disc and the digitals usually available along with the accessories mixed in and on that. And I usually do recommend the PS Direct because it's probably one of the best places to go because it's directly from Sony itself, and and that's basically just them trying to cut out the middleman from Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, or whoever, and trying to make all the money themselves, have good quality control, and actually get you guys the consoles ASAP because they probably have the best restocks. The PS Directs we've been noticing are typically around Monday through Friday, the amount varying between the amount like per week. Like this past week was only like 2 or 3, the previous week was around like 7, and it's usually around like the 5 EST to maybe like 1 EST range, give or take, depending on when it has. I've been noticing more around 3 EST has been my usual time I've kind of been noticing for all of that. The next major spots to kind of look at are all the major retailers. So there's been so much news more for Target. You guys may have even seen or heard about it or seen on Twitter or whatever. So you have things like Target, you have things like Best Buy, you have things like Walmart, you have things like all of those major retailers out there. And those are probably the third best step on how if you guys want to try to get a console throughout these next few weeks. The few issues with some of these are since the stock is so limited and so low, it's a lot harder to get it. People will be crashing websites. People are going hardcore. People are basically trying to go and set up bots to automatically go and buy and get all these all situated. So it's always scary. It's always hard, but you guys may even have a chance to go and see these drops beforehand. We usually always recommend you have the actual app for whatever place is dropping installed. Usually the apps do better on your phone, on your iPad, on your tablet. You can also try on the computer too as well. I'd probably recommend just trying both because so many people are trying to get on in. So I usually highly recommend that just in general as well. Also on top of that too, typically some places will have more restocks throughout that day. So let's go and say you have a Walmart We've been noticing that they do maybe waves. So every like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so, they sometimes will drop more stuff. So it's available. So we highly recommend that. You guys go and just check that on out. You guys go pick up the stock. You guys have to keep on refreshing the page or the app. And if that's all done, then you're basically have a higher chance to go and do it because a lot of people will leave right afterwards. We've seen that with pretty much every major retailer. We're not sure if they do that intentionally, or maybe sometimes they just go and think that they're out of stock, and then all the failed orders or the failed like confirmations or banks canceling their credit cards or suspicious activity, all of that, then maybe they go and re-release it on. We're not entirely exactly sure how it works, but that is one of the higher things up there in terms of the actual restocking available. As well, also on top of that too, there's some more of the secondary places like say GameStop, GameFly, etc. There's a GameStop drop even this week where they were selling the bundles. And if you guys are a parent or an aunt, uncle, someone older trying to get something for your kid, brother, or whatever, sometimes be aware on the bundles, because they're not usually too overpriced. You may be paying an extra 20, 30, 40 bucks, but also sometimes these bundles are way overpriced on some of these more sketchy websites. When it comes to, they may be charging you extra $200, $300. And at that point, it's almost either worth it to A, wait, or B, get it from a scalper. I don't really condone scalping too much, but I'd say it's probably cheaper to get it from a scalper sometimes instead of doing these major bundles, depending on the price and what's in the bundle itself. Another kind of place to go and check is sometimes more of like the somewhat more iffy places. We've been seeing a lot more stock on, say, Sears. We've been seeing some stock for Dell. We've been seeing some stuff on Kohl's, if you guys remember the Kohl's fiasco. And we've been noticing a lot of these more of like the weirder retailers or clothing retailers or just kind of outside the blue retailer places. You guys can try those, but those we've been noticing usually have some of the smallest stock available. So I don't always recommend that, but you can try if you hear the rumors or you see it, or you can maybe ask a cashier or ask a person at the store, ask a manager if they're getting in stock anytime soon. You guys can always go and see. But I'm not sure how much I could usually recommend those. As well, there's sometimes smaller places too that we've been noticing that will sometimes have random stock. I would typically say for someone who's newer to this and not is on their phone 24/7, not on Twitter 24/7, which this video is dedicated for, is more on stick on the major places you know and you trust, you've heard of. There's also like another, I guess, wave too as well when it comes to more grocery stores. We've been seeing Sam's Club get stock somewhat often. So if you guys are ever doing your Sunday grocery shopping, maybe ask some employees or managers there or look online. Same with Costco. We even had a Meijer video up yesterday if you guys want to be on the lookout for Meijer drops. Meijer is in the Midwest, and so is a lot of these places like Costco and stuff like that. So I always kind of recommend those because sometimes those are the more unlikely drops. So sometimes you can maybe walk on in and get one if you're lucky. It really depends on timing, depends on the stock, and right now since stock is so low, it's a little bit more unlikely for that to happen. I do also want to make a mention too for this, if you guys are brand new to trying to find this stuff, is basically a lot of these places are doing it more in-store pickup now. So you order it online and you do in-store pickup. We saw that with Best Buy, we've seen that with Target, and there's also some places too that will just only do shipping. So it kind of can go either way. There's a lot of craziness going on no matter what for all of this stuff. So just either way, be careful. Make sure you guys are safe. Wear your mask and all that too as well. But overall, I think those are some of the easiest ways to go get it. There are a few side retailers that are somewhat reputable, things like Ant Online and a few of these other little random places that will be doing restocks. But I truly think for someone who is maybe more new to this or trying to get this for their kids or whatever, I recommend the major retailers. Do the Amazon. I always have the Amazon link down below if you want to check. Do the PS Direct. The PS Direct is always one of the best spots you can ever go and do. Go and check all the major retailers, the Target, the Walmarts, and everything. Those are always probably the best. If you hear news on it, you hear restocking news on it, or whatever. If you guys are new and you guys want to go find more restocking information, go subscribe. I'm also giving away a PS5 too, so it's a double whammy. And also turn the post notifications because that also lets you guys know when I post and you guys can see if there's new any updates. Sometimes my videos are time sensitive. We've had a few things like Walmart is restocking in an hour and stuff like that on the channel, so make sure you guys always have the post notifications on. As well, also on top of that too, because more of the tail end of the video, if any of you guys watching are more so seasoned veterans and trying to get one, leave some comments down below, leave some tips down below. I always say try to have your payment information saved, have your location saved, use the apps. Those are probably the best ones. Ask people. It's always okay to ask and try to get some inside information if you can. The employees are probably not going to give you any, but always go and ask. And of course, if you guys do have a Twitter or have have Discord or even just check all these YouTube videos and see if you guys can get the best available information for these restocks. It is really hard, so I want to give a major shout out to all the parents, the dads, the moms, aunts, uncles, grandparents, or whoever is trying their best to get these consoles. Make sure you guys don't go and buy a PS Pro Don't do that. Or if you guys are trying to get them an Xbox, get the Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S. Don't get them the last gen one. They'll still probably appreciate it, but it'll probably be not the one that they're actually trying to go and get. So make sure you guys also are on top of that. But yeah, if you guys want to, all the sellout links are always linked down below. The Amazon, always check Amazon. The Webull, if you guys want just free money to even put that towards Christmas presents, sign up for Webull and deposit $100. I always shill for it and recommend it. As well, on top of that too, if you guys want, I do have my Twitch stream as well as my Twitter, always linked down below. If you guys want to follow and say hi, or give me, like, tweet me some dubs you guys go get, or tweet me questions, I'll gladly try my best to answer, or send me screenshots if you guys actually get your consoles. I would love to see it, or always leave a comment on my videos down below too as well, if you guys do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, this video is more for just like the laid back type video to kind of get people that are new to my channel, or parents, or people who are not familiar with all the options, to basically just have a video like this. So this is not meant for any of the hardcore people. If you guys are more for the hardcore homies, we'll be making more drop videos later on throughout the day. But letting you guys all know, we have some options for people who just want to see everything and check out everything, and my best recommendations, I can give it to you guys. So check it out now. Like I said, subscribe for the giveaway. Check out Webull down below. Check out Amazon down below. Sign up for Coinbase. If you guys sign up for Coinbase and deposit $100 and buy $10 or at least $100 in Bitcoin, you guys get $10 in Bitcoin too as well. So all those links are always down below. Twitter, Twitch, and all that stuff. Subscribe to the channel itself. Thank you guys always for watching. I hope you guys do get your consoles soon. I think this holiday season might be a little bit more dry too as well throughout these next few days, but also they could always change too. There might be a lot of restocks that we just don't know about that might randomly pop up. But thank you guys as always for watching, subscribing, and chilling. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hope you guys all enjoyed.